What's going on, good people? Hopefully you guys are all out there doing well. Hope you guys are all doing fine. Welcome to my channel. Better yet, welcome back. I can say to some of you guys. Appreciate you guys all being here. Do me a favor though, while you guys are all in here, because ever since this video has gone out and actually reacted to it, and I've done different little skits and all this doodads with this, people have been getting severely upset, which I'm completely glad that they are, because at least it is getting some of these folks that seem to not have intelligence attention. So all of you that are in here right now, appreciate you guys all being here. Do me a favor, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Appreciate a lot of the love that we've been getting for this. I really do. But the thing is, I know, and this is crazy. Trust me when I tell you, it's so easy to get caught up in euphoria and all this. But if you want to follow this channel and get this message pressed out there, make sure you subscribe. And when you do subscribe, make sure that you click the bell notification next to the word subscribe. When you click this bell notification, there's going to be some words there to say like all notifications, some notifications, whatever. Make sure you click it to all. That way, when I go live, in theory, you should get notified. But I'm going to be honest. It's a good chance you may not, because YouTube heavily shadow bans and suppresses this channel because I don't fit the mold. So, which is completely fine. And to those of you that want to actually support the channel, it's through patreon.com/modern renaissance. Man, you paying $1 a month, $12 a year to support the channel. If you do, great. If you don't, great. When things like this happen, people email, what can I do? What can I send you? Blah, 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 blah. That's how you can do it through patreon.com/modern renaissance man. Okay. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to first welcome you guys to the channel. I know there's been a ton of new subs that jumped on. I think we jumped almost freaking 2,000 in one night ever since this video. There are people that actually have come to my channel to say, dude, I was subscribed to you for years. I thought you quit because I just stopped seeing recommendations and suggestions for your content. Yeah, that's what YouTube does. Trust me, that's what YouTube does. Okay. Again, because I do not fit the mold is what this is all about. Okay. Just want to let y'all know that. So let me see. Got a lot of you guys already in the house. Y'all are already saying a few things right here already. You guys are already saying things. Here we already in it. Paco 29 is in the house. I don't want to view the Paco who I think you are. Yeah, I've already broken. This says fit in the mold. Yeah, I don't fit the mold. I've broken out of it. They are mad. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, I completely made this stream because this is what happens. A lot of you guys will wait until I'm not live anymore. You will wait till the video was already set, and then y'all will go into the comment section and you will start to begin to say things like, dude, if I was there while you were live, I would have told you this would have happened, that would have happened. I would have educated you. You are a dumb black man. You are a coon. You are a house Negro, a Porsche Negro, Uncle Tom, bootlicking, coon, disgrace to your race, skin folk but ain't kin folk, all that dumb stuff that y'all been taught to say when somebody like me intellectually slams you. And you don't have nothing to say to rebuttal, so you return to insults, which I get. Your inner child comes back to you, and the inner child tells you, if I don't like you and I can't really say nothing, and I feel like you're getting the best of me mentally, I'm just going to start calling you names. And it's cool. I'm not going to call you any names back. That's just not what I do, because with this conversation, that's not the intent. If we were having a roasting contest, and that's what the premises of it was, I would roast you back. Sometimes I do get back at y'all a little bit when I jokingly, sarcastically start to troll you back. But in this case, I'm not going to do that. Okay. That's not the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. The whole purpose of me doing this video right here is because there's been a lot of people that's been coming out and they have been completely supporting Jason Aldean. Other black Americans, just like myself, have come out and support Jason Aldean. And so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me give y'all a different camera angle so we can keep on moving on. Boom. Okay. So right here, Americans outside Jason Aldean's Nashville bar scoffs at music video backlash. They said a bunch of sissies is what they said. Jason Aldean's Tried It in a Small Town is beautiful. Expression of artistic freedom, Americans in Nashville say. I love Nashville. I have a lot of family in Nashville. I was literally just there in Nashville, and I was at Jason Aldean's spot. Ran into one of my favorite rappers. Ran into one of my favorite rappers while I was there, and he country too. Struggle Jennings. Shout out to him. I'll show that video a little later. Anyway, Americans on Broadway responded to critics who say country music star Jason Aldean Try That in a Small Town, and its accompanying video evoked vigilism and racism. Said people in quote said this: I think it's a bunch of sissies making a big deal out of, it's free speech. First of all, Carmen said outside of Aldean's bar, I don't think that it's a racial thing at all. I think that's the way he feels about our country, is what she said. But Darren was more open to the critics. Everybody has different opinions. Everybody's different, he said. It's a big country. I say artistic freedom is what Darren added. Now, critics have argued that Aldean's song message, the big city behavior, is like stomping on the flag or swearing that cops wouldn't be well received in a small town. And the accompanying riot footage in the video promote race-based violence, which I don't understand because he showed a lot of white people. We're not going to get on into that, but some of y'all that may be new here, maybe I'll just do it just to kind of tickle your fancy. The video Jason Aldean presented in his music video, go watch it yourself. He shows a lot of white people doing things towards cops and burning and all that stuff too. So yeah. Anyway, the video of Aldean and his band was also shot in front of Tennessee courthouse where a mob lynched a black man in 1927. That's the big kicker right there, okay? That right there is the big kicker. That's what really got a lot of people ticked off. And when they came to me and say, "You dummy, don't you know that that building Jason Aldean did it in front of, that's where somebody that looks just like you got lynched at and da 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 da." Okay, before I rebuttal to that, I'm gonna finish reading this off. Critics argue that Aldean's song message hit the big city behavior like stumbling the flags where the cops wouldn't be well received in a small town, which it most likely won't. And then also his band was shot in front of Tennessee courthouse where a mob lynched a black man in 1927. Okay. Aldean disputed these accusations, tweeting that no lyrics in the song reference race and that all the clips were from real news footage. He also pointed out that he was performing at Route 91 Harvest Music Festival in Las Vegas in 2017 when a gunman opened fire on the crowd, killing 58 and injuring hundreds. Aldean said this. He said, in the past 24 hours, I have been accused of releasing, I have been accused of releasing a pro-lynching song, he said, and was subject to the comparison of that, direct quote, was not too pleased with the nationwide BLM protest. He said, these references are not only meritless, but dangerous. There is not a single lyric in the song that references race or points to it. And there is not a single video clip that isn't a real news footage. And while I can try to respect others and have their own interpretation of a song with music, this one goes too far, he said. He said, as so many pointed out, I was present at Route 91 where so many lost their lives and our community recently suffered another heartbreaking tragedy. No one, including me, wants to continue to see senseless headlines or families ripped apart. This is what Jason Aldean said in this tweet. He went on to say, try that in a small town for me refers to the feeling of a community that I had grown up in where we took care of our neighbors, regardless of the differences of background or beliefs, because they were our neighbors and they were above any differences. My political views have never been something I've hidden from. And I know a lot of us in the country don't agree on how we get back to a sense of normalcy where we got at least a day without a headline that keeps us up at night. He said, but the desire for it too, that's what this song is about. End of quotes. So we just heard about what Jason Aldean had to say. And as you can see, it's clear that he did not make the song and write the song for it to come out to be no racist thing. But what I want to do, I want to go back and address a lot of my brothers and sisters. I want to address a lot of you who so strongly are upset because the video where he shot this at was shot at a courthouse where black people were lynched, whatever, back in 1927. Why haven't y'all tore the building down then? Oh, you white liberals. Oh, yeah, y'all got the wrong Negro right here. Y'all got the wrong one. Y'all did all this stuff the past 2 years. Y'all remember those statues y'all went at? Some of them statues y'all tore down. Did y'all even know that a lot of those statues that y'all tore down, those were people that were all about slavery abolishing? They were abolitionists. You do know that, right? Some of those things that y'all tore down, the forefather statues that y'all tore down, you know that all the forefathers did not own slaves, right? But y'all didn't care. Y'all just let this media get in y'all mind and y'all just went mob action mentality. And the thing is, you should be insulted as any race of people. But since we're talking about black and y'all want to make it about black, as a black individual, you should be insulted that these people in mainstream media, they think that you Negroes are so stupid and so ignorant and so dumb, they can tell y'all anything and you Negroes gonna go and carry it out because they're gonna get y'all with y'all emotions and with anger. Y'all went and tore down statues of some of our forefathers that never owned slaves. Y'all tore down some statues of our forefathers that were fighting to abolish slavery. Yes, y'all did that. But the reason why I'm saying all that is this. Y'all were being rooted on. I'm talking about a lot of y'all white liberals and some of y'all black folks too. Y'all were being rooted on. Y'all were being encouraged. Y'all were being praised for spray painting statues, tearing down statues and all that, right? If y'all are so pissed off about the fact that he shot this video in front of the courthouse, why aren't y'all going there and tearing down the courthouse? Why aren't y'all tearing down the courthouse? Right? But let's get away. I'll raise you another one. I'll raise you another one. If we really want to go there and play your game, this is what I love to do with a lot of y'all to do this. We're going to play your game, white liberals. We're going to play your game, black liberals. We're going to play your games, a lot of you folks that think a particular way on the left, and I'm not talking about everybody on the left. I'm not talking about everybody that's white and liberal, but the ones who are of this certain mindset. I'm talking to you guys. If y'all going to play that game, then Joe Biden them shouldn't be in the White House, right? I know an Irishman, the architect, came up with the concept of the White House, but since that was built by a bunch of black slaves, why is any president that's white in the White House then, huh? How come y'all are not out there saying every time Joe Biden or any president ever spoke at the White House out there in the front, that is where black slaves built the White House? How come y'all not, y'all don't have nothing to say about that, huh? Y'all don't care about that, right? You will be able to find all sorts of places across this beautiful country where most likely some shape, form, or fashion there was some slavery, and it didn't just involve you Negroes. I know, wake up call. It didn't just involve you Negroes. It involved indigenous people. It involved white people as well. Oh, y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that black people had slaves too, right? Y'all didn't know that? Oh, y'all didn't know that white people had slaves? Oh, no, y'all, of course, everybody knew that. Duh. That's the first thing we all think about when we bring up the word slavery. We've only been conditioned and we've only been programmed and indoctrinated to where we hear the word slavery. We think about white men bad, black people beat and raped and all that, right? That's it. But nobody talks about the fact that black people had slaves too. Yes, they did. In the South, black and you Negroes had slaves. You did, okay? Indians, the indigenous people, y'all not out of this either. Y'all not out of this. I understand y'all. The white man took y'all in, but y'all were doing the same exact thing that the white man did. Y'all just happened to be beaten. Let's keep it real. This is the history they don't want to tell you, folks. This is how raw they don't want to bring it to y'all. Nobody is better. I understand y'all. I don't care who it is. We all agree that slavery is a terrible thing. We all agree that lynching and all that stuff is a terrible thing. But don't act like it was only white people who were doing it. Don't act like it. It was not going on in all America. It was going on in most of those southern states because the people up north were free. A lot of blacks that were up north, they had no concept of what was going on in the South. They heard about it, but they had no concept. They couldn't even comprehend or even think about the atrocities that was going on in the southern states. The blacks that were up north and been up north their whole entire lives. But y'all don't want to go there either, do y'all? Do you? So what I'm saying is if indigenous people had black people as slaves, if black people had black people as slaves, white people had black people as slaves, black people had some indigenous people as slaves as well, indigenous servants, with it, yada, yada, peanut butter, then you should go across this whole entire country where there might have been any type of lynching of black people, and y'all should go and complain there. Jesus, I mean, shoot a video anywhere in the United States and y'all might find, well, you know what, that's where some indigenous people were slaughtered at. You know, oh, where they shot this video at, that's where some Cherokees were murdered at by white men. Oh, where they shot this video at, that's where some Blackfoot Indians were murdered by white men. Oh, where they shot this video at, that's where the Iroquois were murdered at. Oh, down there by Florida, that's where some Seminoles were murdered at by white people. So nobody should shoot no videos anywhere. I guess Jason Aldean purposely put this video and shot himself in front of that courthouse because he purposely wanted to send a message. Negroes, we coming for y'all. We talking to you Negroes. What are y'all talking about right now? Who's being lynched right now? Who is being lynched right now? Now, like I told you, I find it very interesting that a lot of you that has so much to say to me after my video was done, y'all emailed me, y'all put things in the comment section. Where are you guys at right now? Because I will keep it civil. I promise you, I will be civil. I will be respectful, and you're going to be too. I will give you the link to come up here and jump on this panel. I will give you the link right now to come on this panel. And you can debate it. Show me where I'm wrong at. I just put the link right there. Now, this link that I just put in here, ladies and gentlemen, I only want people who are in opposition to Jason Aldean to jump on there. Get on here and try to educate me on where you think that I'm wrong at. But it's a high chance that you most likely won't do that. And if you're going to get on here and you don't want to actually talk about this particular subject, I'm not going to bring you up. But I mean, it's fine. Anybody that's saying what happened is wrong. If you want to say that what he did, if you want to try to prove to me how this was actually racially motivated, then hop on here and I want to hear what you got to say, because people are really good for doing that. You're really good for doing that. And here's the deal. Let me let y'all know something else. What they're not going to show you, and that's why YouTube suppresses things like this. Oh, wow. Shout out to Raw B Privilege. Raw B Privilege said you don't want no smoke. Raw B, I would recommend you guys to go over there and subscribe to her channel. Check her out. Raw B is all across the YouTube street. She appears on multiple panels. She brings a very different, eclectic type view. She's funny. She's entertaining. She's intelligent. She's smart. Again, that's Raw B Privilege right here. Y'all see it? Go check out her channel, folks. She brings things in her own perspective. So I don't just throw out people's names and recommend them, but I would say that because I've heard her talk. I've seen a lot of things that she's done. I've seen her on panels. I see how she talks. I see how she thinks with a lot of things. And she would tell you there's been things where we have not agreed on and a lot of things, but we stayed respectful with it, right? So I would recommend you guys go over there and check her out. Again, that's Raw B. Go check her out. All it takes is just a few minutes. And I'm one of those people, folks. I really want y'all to go over there and do that. I don't want you guys to only have a perspective from me, but I do recommend you go check Raw B out because this is a Black woman and she will give you a perspective as well to show you guys that all of us don't think like they want us to think. She's not one of the ones that's easily gullible. She's not easily tricked. She has a mind of her own. She does things. So go check her out. So all you have to do, just go over there and check her out. So again, folks, anybody, if you are on here right now and you emailed me telling me that Jason Aldean is wrong, if you're telling me that Jason Aldean is racist, I put the link in there and I want you to jump on here and show me how I am wrong. That's what I want. I want those people to pop up here. If not, I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to keep on showing you guys some things. And then after that, I'm just going to open the panel up for people to jump on here because I do know that there are a lot of folks on here that want to voice their opinion and give their thoughts on what's going on and how crazy folks are getting right now. But again, I'm telling you guys right now, this may seem like it is a weird thing that's going on, but it's not. And I'm going to be quite frank with you guys. I'm kind of glad it is happening. Y'all, I don't know how to explain. Some of y'all are not going to understand this. All of this craziness that's going on in America right now, it is because we have become so comfortable. We just been everything Skittle rainbows and unicorn. We became so dormant. We became just so not caring and free and all this that we have allowed this craziness to infiltrate our very own lives. We are in a time right now where good is bad and bad is good, where men are women and women are men, where everything is racist. Disagreeing with a Black person is racist. We have come into a point of our time to where things have completely been flipped. Now white people are on the receiving end of what a lot of us Black people are complaining that we've been getting for the past 100 years. But yet people can't even see, a lot of Blacks can't even see, you're doing that to white people. Yeah, you're doing, and then here's the crazy kicker though. You remember how there was a time before black us peoples was freeze? White people were willing to fight and murder and kill other white people so that Black people can have freedom. White people were willing to actually fight, kill, get disowned by their family members so that Black people can vote. White people were fighting with Black people against other white people so that Black people can vote. Civil rights movement and all, right? Right? Now it's on the flip side, and Trump called it. Trump called it. When I got to visit them and that, I went to the White House, y'all. It's on my channel. Went to the White House, got to sit down and talk with Trump, whatever. He said something that came to complete fruition. Literally, Trump said it's going to be complete the opposite. He said Black people are going to have to be the ones to help save white people because white people are going to be on the receiving end of what Black people have said has happened to them. No, Black people aren't lynching white people. No, Black people aren't grabbing y'all and taking y'all out and hanging y'all in trees or anything like that. But as far as the motivation with the heart full of hatred to treat y'all a specific way, they don't even realize that they're doing it to you. But at the same time, the very same type of spirit of righteousness that was in white people who were willing to fight against other white people for the evils that those white people were doing when it came to slavery and voting in civil rights, that's literally what a lot of Black individuals like myself are doing right now. We're willing to so-called get kicked out of the community, we're willing to so-called be skin folk, but we ain't kin folk. We are willing to be called Uncle Toms and all that. And somebody like me, I don't give a good goddamn gonna care, because the kingdom that I am a part of has nothing to do with anybody's skin color. But that kingdom that I am a part of, it is about righteousness. And what's going on right now within our nation, within our world, is complete filth, it's unrighteousness, it's complete perversion. That's exactly what us folks here in America are dealing with. Period. And again, some of you guys may not agree with this. You may not agree with how I'm saying this right now, but I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad that it happened, because we literally needed to wake up. What I also like about this whole ordeal is you guys are starting to understand and recognize that what they're trying to do. They're trying to divide us. Understand what I'm saying to y'all right now, right? And before I even say this, make sure you hit that like button. It don't cost y'all anything to hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button right now. We got about 300 people in here watching and about 200 likes. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I know, look, I told you, I don't even care. Most folks that follow my channel for a long time know I do not care about money, but you can join Patreon right there. Patreon.com/Modern Renaissance Man. You pay $1 a month on Patreon, and it's $12 a year, but charge you $1 a month. If you do, great. If you don't, great. But I'm just letting you know that that option is there. And then also the ones who just sent me emails saying, how can you send something to support the channel? You can do it through Cash App right there. If you do, great. If you don't, great. That's not what I do this for. God, I'm blessed, but I'm not going to sit there and stop you from wanting to send something through Cash App. The reason why I say Cash App is because since I'm heavily shadow banned, trust me when I tell you, if you go and look at videos that I've done in the days past, 300-some thousand subscribers, but some videos only got 100 views, 1,000 views. You know, that's called being shadow banned. So the reason why I say if you want to send something monetary, which I don't care if you do or you don't, I'd rather have you send it to Cash App, because if you do it through Super Chats in YouTube, YouTube gets a portion of that. And YouTube, I don't want them to get anything. So just wanted to let y'all know that. So anyway, what I wanted to say to you guys is this. We're not divided, folks. I know, look, listen to me. Those of you who live in the real world, we are not divided. Let me give y'all a little analogy here. Give y'all a little analogy. Individuals who are married, right? Individuals who are married. Anyone that comes and tries to break up that marriage through temptation, etc., would you say that that marriage is divided? You would say no. But you would say whether it's the temptress or the tempter, male or female, whoever it is trying to break up that union of marriage, they're trying to cause a division, but the people are already married. My point is, as Americans, we're already, that's why it's called United States of America. We are united, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about us to live in the real world. I'm not talking about this crazy nonsense that y'all see on mainstream media or what the news try to show y'all or what y'all. I'm not talking about this virtual reality stuff, this virtual false perception reality. I'm talking about you going out in your daily life, like out there in a legit real world where you know the smell of rain. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, some of y'all have been so locked up in your homes, you don't even know what it's like to be out and about anymore. Jesus, do you know when a storm coming? Y'all remember the days where you used to be outside and you could smell the rain before it came? Now you have gone to a point to where you don't have to go outside because you just don't care, because the meteorologist is telling you that the rain is going to come. My point is, out there in the real world, you will see that we are more divided on the internet than we are in the real world. You're more divided on social media than you are in the real world. You're more divided with the news and stuff scrolling across your TV 24/7 than you are in the real world. When you get out in the real world, people with brains still do not tolerate this nonsense. They don't tolerate this nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody tolerates this nonsense. And rightfully so. So based off the title of this video, and you see that it says, I stand with Jason Aldean, do you? And I said, if not, why? Let's have the conversation. If you don't stand with Jason Aldean, you are free to click the link that I just posted up here. You are free to click that link and come on here and tell me why you don't stand with Jason Aldean. Feel free to educate all of us that are on the internet right now why Jason Aldean is a racist. Show me where Jason's song is a racist. Show me, although you try to say, well, he shot the video in front of a building. Dude, get real. Get real. You can find anywhere in America right now where there might have been some killing, some lynching. Well, he shot a video right there. That's the road that the people drove down. That him and come on, man. Get real. That's what we mad over? We mad because he shot the video in front of a building where some black people were lynched at. When all over this nation, you can find anywhere where that happened. That's what that's what we mad about. Really. One thing I have learned, and I've learned a lot of great lessons from being a father. John, there's lessons that you can get from being a father, from being a husband, that those lessons you get from those relationships, they can literally fix the world. What are you talking about, Ty? See, what mainstream media, what white liberals, what they like to try to do is the psychological games that my sons tried to do. Give y'all an example. My sons had set rules that they had to abide by. The minute one of those rules were broken, I confronted them on it and I disciplined them over it. Guess what they would try to do? He did this, Dad, and he did. No, we're not talking about your brother. No, Dad. But no, what I'm saying is that I know I'm about to get in trouble, but I'm just saying he did it too, and it's even though I can show you where. No. Okay, we're gonna get no. We're talking about you, son. This is what they're trying to do. Jason Aldean is saying, I don't want you. You can't do these crimes in our small town because we take care of each other. You can't sucker punch somebody in our small town and we see it as citizens because we're going to take care of you. You're not going to sit there and rob an old lady from her purse because in this small town, we're going to take care of that. You're not going to be able to go and burn down these buildings and tear things up in these small towns like that because the people in these small towns, we're going to take care of that. So what y'all liberals, what you white liberals, black liberals too, and certain people on the left of a certain mindset, what y'all try to do is y'all try to deflect from everything that he was talking about. It was shot in front of a building where they lynched some black people. No, we talking about the killing and the burning of the buildings and the robbing old ladies and the sucker punch people. That's what we're talking about. But it was a whole lot of black people got lynched in front of that building, Ty. No, we're not talking about that. Y'all had all this time to bring up what happened in 1927. Is it any mention of that in our history books? Huh? So, I mean, I'm 41 years old, and I haven't even heard about this stuff that happened there, okay? Was that in any history books? My family, my mom is from Tennessee. I got a ton of family from Tennessee. I got tons of family living in Nashville right now, and they didn't even know that. Family in Nashville didn't even know that, ladies and gentlemen. So if my family that live in Nashville didn't know what happened in front of that courthouse, we want to make a big deal of it now because Jason Aldean shot his video in front of it. That's what we doing? I told y'all, I knew that they was going to completely cower out. That's what y'all do. You guys are the equivalents. I'm talking about the white liberals. I'm talking about you white liberals, some of you black liberals, and some of you people on the left that got a certain mindset. Not all of you, but I'm talking about the mindset of some of you on the left. That's what y'all do. Y'all do this in real life. Y'all do all that trash talk. When we go to these events where I speak at, you guys do all that trash talking. And y'all, I'm different. I'll call them up there. Hey, come on the stage. I'll give you the microphone. Go ahead and say what you just said. Say it to the crowd. Then we're going to have the conversation. No, I'd rather stand back and yell and act like I'm saying something. You're just trying to distract. You don't even believe the words that you're saying yourself. This is crazy and you should be ashamed. So you as a white person will tell me as a black person I should be ashamed of what now? Oh, you know what a black person, how they supposed to you know how a black person is supposed to conduct themselves, and I don't fit that Oh, sorry, y'all know I got to do it. Y'all know I have to do it. You, sir, you are an embarrassment, and I know a lot of black people in the community are really embarrassed by you, sir. Well, I was so sorry, white liberal, that I didn't know what I was doing to things like that. I'm sorry that I changed the ways that I talk, the way that I articulate my words. I don't know what I was thinking, that I could sit there and have my own thoughts. Who in the world was I to sit there and think that I do something like that? I have no ideas what happens to me. I read a few books. I goes to schools. I learns to read. I learns to write a little bit, and I start to get a little small. And I don't know what happens to me that made me get out of that. But you know what? I sure am glad, liberal, that you comes back to let me know that I's out of place. I don't know if you and I don't knows what I supposed to has done, and I'm so sorry to have done that. You know how dares I get outside myself and act like I'm some sort of person that's of intelligence. You know, thank you. I'm so glad that I need the affirmative action that comes in, and I needs to have the standards lowest, because as you can tell, I's no intelligence, I's no smartness in me. I don't know what to do to say. So if you could please keep on tells me how's I thank you so much for letting me know how's my place supposed to be. This is how I supposed to be. Why? This how you sees me. And you knows what's best for me. You give me all the innards from the animals. You give me affirmative action, so it lets me know that the dumb Negroes can continue to get into the schools, because we know smarts. You help me so much. You keeps on giving me the welfare. You keeps on giving me the food stamp. You keep on keeping me away from my children as a black man. I'm so glad for that. I do what you want me to. I work anytime you want. I works all the jobs you wants me to. Matter of fact, I get no job. I continue to do what you always wants me to do, white liberal. I makes babies, and me no takes care of them babies. Me just stay. You don't even have to do it. Matter of fact, I raise you another one, white liberal master. If you incentivize me making a bunch of bastardly children like I did in the slave days, I'll be much obliged to keep doing so. Yeah, man, you know how you pays our black women to keep the men out the house? You know how you incentivizes our black women to have children, and y'all incentivize them? You know how you punish us black men for having bastardly children, makes us pay child support, so we stays broke, but yet you gives our black women monies when they make bad decisions. But I think that what y'all should do, if you don't mind me asking, Master Liberal, I don't mind. If you don't mind, please do me favors. I have as many children as you likes me to if you incentivize me. I had children by multiple black women across this whole country, like y'all used to do us. I tell you what, Master, I come from a whole lineage of mandingos. I sure do. I come from a whole lineage of mandingos, and I'd be much obliged to sit there and take care of a whole bunch of them women for you. You know how to do nothing. I tell you. Yeah, that's what I do, folks. See what I'm saying? They don't want that. Look, I done got hot like I'm in church or something like that. Woo! Sat there and got hot doing that. But no, keep it real. That's the way they see you. That little spill I just did, playing the old Negro slave and all that, do's anything for you. When you white people, white liberals, when you do that, to sit there and try to say, sir, don't you? That's literally what me, as a black man, that's what you're saying to somebody like me. You don't know no better, black man. What you doing? What you doing thinking for yourself? What are you doing catching on to what we are doing to you black Negroes? Young black man, how dare you escape off the mental plantation and try to free other black brothers and sisters? How dare you go and bust wide open what we white liberals and what we of a certain Democratic Party have been doing to y'all the whole time. How dare you go and tell those black Negroes about that? Huh? Why would you go and tell these black Negroes that they literally are free? Oh, y'all want to celebrate Juneteenth, right? We celebrating Juneteenth. Y'all do Juneteenth was so messed up. What happened in Juneteenth? They didn't even want to let them black people know that they were free. Negroes, they trying to let y'all know that you're not free right now too. Oh, I'm wrong? Okay. I'm getting text from my wife. She said, slow down. Okay. What do I mean? Juneteenth, right? Black people's freedom. What happened down there in Texas? Somebody had to let the black people know that they were free. Those people that were keeping those black people there, they didn't want to let them black people know that they were free. Those black people were being told that they were free by other blacks, and they didn't believe the blacks. Hold on, look, I'm going somewhere with this. Y'all already know where I'm going with this, right? Black people during Juneteenth, the last ones to be liberated of their freedom, they didn't know they were free. But at the same time, when you read your history, they were being told that black people were free by other black people. They didn't believe them. White people come along and let them know, yeah, you know, y'all are free. All of a sudden, we's free. What am I saying that for? The very exact same mentality that physically had those black people thinking that they were not free. That's the same exact mind games they're playing on a lot of you Negroes right now. You telling y'all you need us. They telling you black folks you won't be able to make it without us. And oh, we're gonna help y'all out. See, don't worry about ladies. Don't worry about making your little terrible decisions. Don't worry about being a baby mama of multiple children, because we're going to incentivize you. You don't have to pay for your mistakes. You don't have to be accountable. Black men, although I'm not sitting there giving no leeway to none of y'all, you shouldn't be doing it anyway until you're married. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be having no kids until you're married anyway. But let me digress from that. They're hoping and praying that a lot of you Negroes continue to do what you're doing right now. Multiple baby mamas, bastardly children, fathers out of the home, staying in jail. And we don't have no questions about who is it that's pushing us to do that on a systemic level, huh? We're not going to question that. But we'll question that Jason Aldean shot his video in front of a building back in 1927. What about what's happening right now? Huh? What about what they are doing to you on a mental level right now, black folks? What about right now? Huh? Black folks, are you free? Black people that are listening, I know it's not a lot of y'all, which is fine. Black folks, are you free? If you answer yes, I'm going to say to you, why aren't you going around and acting like it? Now, one person right here in this dang on chat, black or white, was alive during slavery and stuff. I don't even know if some of y'all been alive since now. I don't know. Some of y'all might be in your hundreds. But if you are free, why aren't you going around and acting like it? Black people, you should be greatly insulted when anybody tries to tell you to be pissed off about something that didn't happen to you. And yet we got stuff going on in our present day right now. Black people, listen to me. We want y'all to be pissed off about what happened to y'all ancestors in the past. But we don't want you to be pissed off about us pushing you guys and pushing your children into early pornography. We don't want you to be, we want you to focus on what happened to y'all ancestors. We want y'all to focus on your ancestors being raped in the past. But we don't want to talk about us possibly trying to groom your children into pedophilia right now, huh? We don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about how disadvantaged you guys are right now. But we're not going to tell y'all about that post-slavery black people increased in occupations like nobody's business. We're going to leave that piece of history out. See, there are black folks, they don't, that's what I'm saying. It's they relying on you to rely on them for information because they want to let you know that they know what's best for you, Negroes. They've always knew what was best for you. What's best for you is working, being a slave, letting them feed you, letting them clothe you, letting them tell you to keep having the kids and all that so they can turn your kids exactly into what you are. But don't try to escape the plantation and go up north. Don't try to escape the plantation and be free. Don't try to escape the plantation and start your own dynasty. Don't try to escape the plantation and go up north and have your own family, have your own land. I'm talking on the mental level. Go with me here, folks. Don't do any of that. Stay right here where white liberal massa knows what's best for you. What's best for you, black folks and you black Negroes, you animals, what's best for you is food stamps, welfare, paid cell phone, Section 8. And since we're giving you all that, don't complain about the areas and the neighborhoods you stay in. And since we are giving you those free things, don't complain about the schools that you're in because you should be lucky, Negroes. You should be lucky that we're giving you this. See what I'm saying? This is where they get you at. The government works for you, but they make you feel like you work for them. But I'm the sellout, huh? I'm the coon. I'm the bootlicker. I'm the tap dancer. Y'all are so brainwashed and so out of it. And I'm just gonna be honest. It is an evil genius plan Lyndon B. Johnson and them came up with. Affirmative action and all. Evil genius plan. Look how long it's been working. Look how long it's been working. Think really hard about that. And something that did not happen to you, they want you to feel the effects as if it did happen to you. If I told you guys all the atrocities, the horror stories of what happened to a certain race of people, because you can't say that J word on here. Y'all know Hitler. Y'all know what Hitler did to the J people, right? If I sat there and told this to you guys and told you that you all need to be pissed off because of what happened to the Jays, y'all should be pissed off and mad. This is why America is terrible because of what happened to the Jays. How can you sit there and be mad at that when it didn't happen to you? You weren't in the Holocaust. You weren't put in gas chambers. But yet you're going to act like you were. You're going to respond as if you were. You're going to go out there and protest, have your fist in the air as if it happened to you and it didn't. That makes absolutely no sense. Just like all my mentorees and my mentees, I don't apologize for their dads not being in their life. It's not my fault. What do I look like getting down on my knees and asking them to forgive me? Because me as a black man, I inherently have bastardly blood in me that I want to make all other black children bastards because I can't help it because being nothing but a baby maker is in a black man's DNA. So I apologize to all the little black bastards around America. I apologize to all you black bastards. It's my fault. What do I look like apologizing for something that somebody else's father failed to have his financial and moral responsibility for his child? What do I look like apologizing for that? I didn't do that. Well, duh, Ty, that makes sense. Then why are you, and I'm just being real, let's keep it a buck, because I'm going to get on y'all too. Why would any white person alive today, why would any white person alive today feel the need to apologize to anybody black for what white people did hundreds of years ago? What are white people doing right now? Answer me that. That's what we need to talk about. But they want to distract from that. You white liberals who try to play these mind games, you guys literally are the current day racist. Oh, black people won't be able to get into college now because they got rid of affirmative action. That is a smack in the face. We not smart enough? We're not doctors? We're not lawyers. We're not nurses. We're not PAs. We're not electricians. We're not IT techs. We're not engineers. We're not millionaires. We're not presidents. Oh, but if they lower, are you serious? And here's the thing, black people, I'm telling you, they feel that y'all are so stupid and so ignorant, y'all just gonna go along with it. Yep, that's right. Now we ain't gonna bid against the college because affirmative action was they're telling you to your face, you dummy, that you're not smart. Oh, I know, get pissed off. I shouldn't say that, should I? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. But it's the only way a lot of y'all are going to be able to understand and wake up to the freaking mind games that they're playing on you. They've been playing these games on a lot of black folks since slavery. That's why it's hard for a lot of you to escape right now. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me see something here. Can someone please repost the link above so WJ Brown can come in and talk to Ty directly and tell him that he's not telling him the truth? WJ Brown, I'm lost in the sauce. There go the link right there. Get on here and educate me and tell me how I'm lost in the sauce. I just gave you the link. Okay, let me. Oh, hey, Lay Jones, I see you in the background right there, man. I've been going on this rant, man. Okay, I see you in the background right there. Let me see if this guy is going to come up here and talk and all this, and then we'll bring you up. And I need to let me do something real quick here too on my phone. Oh, Mama Don, hit that link. I want you to come on too, because since a lot of people, so since we're waiting, Lay Jones, I'm going to go ahead and bring you up, my friend. Mama Don, I want you to hop on here too, sis, if you can. Put the earphones on. What's going on, sir?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Yeah,
How
you can
you
already
doing?
tell.
Well, you know what? I don't understand why everybody's upset about that song. I mean, it was just telling the truth, and big cities got a different, I don't know, a different atmosphere or a a different way of dealing with stuff. But if you get into small towns, it's more of a community, and we look out for each other. And you ain't gonna do that shit here. I mean, I'm sorry, but
No, you good. We're
you're
not on the
not
radio. We're not on the radio, so you good. You can talk freely.
okay.
So you good.
But you're not going to do that in a small town. I mean, we all know everybody. We look out for everybody, and we're just not going to put up with that. Uh, Now, another thing you were saying, you know why? You know what really pisses me off, Ty, is white liberals. White liberals. I I don't under for the sake of me. I mean, I'm 60 years old, and I cannot understand their way of thinking. I you know, like my dad used to tell me and everything. I'm 60 years old, so I've already reached the top of the hill. I'm on my way down. Okay. And I'm just thinking about my grandkids, my kids, and I I don't understand this way of thinking. I can't comprehend it. I can't, and it really disturbs me. I mean, it keeps me awake at night thinking, what in the hell is happened to morals and just common decency. I don't understand it. I don't.
And then the concept of one of the places that a lot of my family them resided in Tennessee, small town, it's a place called Ripley, Tennessee, and a place called Henning, Tennessee. And in Henning, Tennessee, that's where we had a lot of family at as well. That I don't know, except for the guy that owned the store there named Mr. Wilson. I don't know any other white people that I even seen in that town. So I guess the assumption is that only white people stay in small towns too.
No, that's what kills me is in small towns like here where I live in Western North Carolina. You got Hispanics, you got blacks, you got whites, and we all look out for each other. We all look out for each other. I mean, you walk into a convenience store or mom and pop store, you shake hands, you went to school with them. I don't see color, Ty. I don't see color, and I am so sick and damn tired of some of these white liberals trying to turn race into something when, damn it, it's not there. If you love somebody, if you believe in God, everybody, everybody was created in the image of God.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit what you look like. It's your actions. That I mean, I don't know. It breaks my damn heart. It breaks my heart to see this country going where it's going.
Appreciate that, man. Mama Don, would you like to add something to it?
I was trying to fix my iPad. Sorry.
You good? We can hear you good.
No, my charger was messing up. I'm afraid it's going to go on me.
Oh, hell. That's a nice Camaro.
That's my husband's.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah.
Mama Don, hey, not that I want nothing to happen real fast, but let them know I'm we've been with each other for a long time, and I'm part of the family now. So, as far as that wheel goes, I want that.
You want that car?
Put it right next to my 1970 Chevy Chevelle.
I'll hand it to you on a silver platter.
Ty, you got a 1970 Chevelle?
Yes, sir.
You're a butthole. You know that?
Red with white racing stripes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So now we got two Carolinas in here. Mama Don, you from Carolina too?
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
Yep. Mama Don and Mama Carol both in the house.
I don't know what we're talking about. I'm sorry.
Get out. Get out.
Is it the Jason Aldean video thing?
Yeah. It's about Jason Aldean.
That's so stupid. Is that not just dumb? All these other videos out there that really are disgusting, and this is the one they decide that oh no, we can't show this. I don't know. Our world is going nuts, is all I can say.
Yeah, it's apparently with the video that he did, they tried to attack him at first because he's talked about, doing these certain crimes in a small town, pretty much saying that people in a small town to take care of business, and somebody tried that and they threw race in there, but then they also edified it even more because the video that he shot, his band was doing it in front of a building, apparently where some black people were lynched at.
In 1927 or something like that.
Yeah, back in 1927. So if
we have to go that far back, how many people really were hung in what was it, in a court, or what was it? I don't forgot. My brain don't work right. What are we talking about? What's it called? The word for the building.
The Capitol building?
Yeah, well, I mean, almost every single building where you go to the courthouse, they used to hang people in them. Every single one of them, if they're, been around a long time. I mean, I'm sure the one in Gastonia up here probably
Well,
hung
I
people.
mean, you can go back to old Western days, and that ain't cattle rustlers or murderers or
Horse thieves.
horse thieves or whatever. I mean, you can find that anywhere you want to find it. I mean, I
I'm saying that's the stupidest reason. It's like, oh well, we don't want. It's like this. If I go to a house that someone didn't die in, then it's a newer house. If you have, that's just the dumbest thing. Every house that's more than 20 years old, somebody's probably died in it.
yep,
Or had a funeral in it.
yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? That might have been a spot where they had some especially in Tennessee, that might have been a spot where they had some plantation homes back in the 1820s.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Hey, but I think those houses are so pretty.
you
know
know
what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
Wait a minute, what?
Those houses are pretty. They're beautiful houses.
You would say that, you slave owner. Not just.
Okay.
Now, see, you the reason why they doing what they doing. Look, this white woman from the Carolinas, of all places, the South, talking about, ooh, them plantation homes are so pretty.
They are beautiful.
Get out of here, you racist. Bye.
Hey,
You know what? You know what gets me is all the people that's sitting over there in chat that don't pop up over here, and you got 3 people in here that are white from North Carolina who don't give a rat's ass about color.
well, like I said, my daughter, my son gave to a black girl, and when they get married, she's gonna have to come live in my plantation.
Hey, Mama Don, that land that y'all got, if push came to shove, you might as well expect me and my family to show up there where you at.
Yeah, y'all can come live in it too. I don't care. They're pretty down in Georgia, especially. They have some really pretty ones. The
Yes,
ones
they
around,
do.
sale.
If you ever
Hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to see if we can hear.
Okay.
Jeremy Brown.
Yo,
You gotta turn the speaker down so we don't get this reverb.
hold on one second.
My kinfolk are from Western North Carolina too, David. Little town called Waynesville. You know where it is?
Yeah, my brother.
That's where I live.
What about that?
Uh-oh, we're probably related and didn't know it.
Okay, I think I can hear it now. Well,
Is that better? Or
we
is
still getting,
there still a reverb?
yeah, like every time I speak, it's coming out through your speaker. I don't know if you got
Hold on
like
a second.
speakers on.
I need to turn. Let me turn the YouTube off, and I'm finna hop back in.
Okay, sounds good. And we got Christopher Stovall in here as well. How you doing, Chris? You gotta unmute your mic.
I'm doing well. How you doing, Ty?
Always good, man. Go ahead. What you'd like to add to this? I see you over in the chats and all that, and I appreciate you leaving comments and all that. And yeah, what are your thoughts, man?
Well, I'm right along with you. I don't see what the big problem is. It just seems like it's another way to keep us divided. And I always tell people the more they divide us, the easier it is to control us.
Agreed. Now, do you see an issue? do you think, I'm serious, do you think that it's a really bad issue, the fact that they seem to want to use any and everything to cause, and I say us, I'm just being real. I think you black because your profile picture is black, so I'm gonna just go off of that. That they're throwing everything behind races. Like, well, do you think it's terrible they actually using black people to try to pimp out this whole agenda?
I do. I get upset every time I talk to somebody about it. I'd let them know, I tell them that exactly, but they don't see it though. They start calling me them names.
No, I can name all of them off. I get them all the time. all the time. So let's see here, because I think Jeremy has some opposition to this. So Jeremy, let's see. Can you test out your mic now?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yep, there we go. You good?
Better?
Yep.
Okay.
So what would you like to add on this? I think you had a little bit of pushback.
Yeah, I did have some pushback. I think the conversation as far as when you're also speaking, you're saying that liberals this and liberals that, as if that is the only problem. As far as it's all of them. Like they're all amongst the same shit. You can't say that liberals are racist or have a different type of racism, and then don't say the Democrats or the Republicans don't either. Like Ron DeSantis is literally showing his racism by actually changing history. What happened here down in Florida? He's actually changing it to say, "Oh no, it benefit the slaves." That's literally going on right now in 2023. So I think that when you're just saying that you're pushing it, oh, liberals, liberals, liberals. I mean, you got to talk about the whole wing. Don't talk about the left side of a bird, and don't talk about the right side of a bird too. Don't talk about the head. Don't talk about the, you know what I'm saying?
That he's got a point.
So whenever I was saying that, notice that I kept on saying a certain mindset. So in this particular video, in this particular video, I'm talking about that because those are the ones that came to my emails and came to my comment section. They'll say, yeah, I'm a liberal and blah, 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 blah. So the purpose of doing this video is to call out those very ones who was commenting in my emails and on the comment section, and they were white and they were liberal. So I'm calling them out. But at the same time, I always use the word or those of a certain mindset, whoever believe in this whole rhetoric like this, whoever believe that this is, because I know, trust me, I know they're on both sides. There are people that is of a certain mindset that are on both sides that's playing the game. So whenever I do see that mentality come out, I call them out.
Like even in the chat, they're saying they're like, it tripped me out because one of the guys, I think his guy, the name was Look for Truth or something, and he was like, "Go ahead and give me your liberal pushback," and I was like, "Bro, that's why I said you're lost in the sauce. If you believe that liberals are the only problem, that's why I said you're lost in the sauce. And then you to try to identify me with that is a misnomer, because I look at all of them. I look at the whole spectrum, and I think that's the biggest problem that we have as far as America and American. If Americans can get over the Republican, Democrat shit, liberal shit, I think we'll be stronger together, and there will be less racism and different, and also what white people have to deal with, you know, because I have white friends, I got all kind of friends, and we talk about every fucking thing. Like they'll tell me about something that's going on that's racist that I don't even fucking know what's going on. I'll tell them about shit that's going on in America, and they'll be like, "Bro, where do you get that information?" Appreciate that. That's how we work. Because we know the game. We know that the deck is stacked against not just black people, but the deck is stacked against all of us. And once we finally realize that, that's when they're gonna get scared. But right now, they know they can have black people in this silo, they can have white people in this silo, they can have other people in this silo, and have us not really talk to each other. That's the problem. We're not talking to each other. We're letting the media dictate our talking points. And like I've talked to like MAGA fucking extreme Republicans, you know what I'm saying, white guys. And some of them is racist as fuck, but guess what? Some of them are also cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? Once we talk about, once we find that commonality. Once we find that commonality, it's a wrap. But right now, they're making it seem like we don't have shit in common. But a lot of us are all poor. A lot of us are all fucked up. Even if you have 50,000, 100,000 in your bank account right now, according to America's monetary system right now, you're still fucking broke. You know what I'm saying? And we're not finding our commonalities, and that's what I meant by you're lost in the sauce. Whoever the guy was that commented in that forum for me, that's why I said you're lost in the sauce. If you think I'm if you think I'm defending liberals, no, bro, I'm not defending any of them. What I defend is humanity, and that's what we got. And I think that's what we lost at. It's like we forgot that we're all human beings. When we used to call each other human beings instead of Democrat, Republican, liberal, all of that shit, we used to all point the finger at them. Now they got us pointing the finger at each other because we're thinking we're better because I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican or I'm a liberal, but we're not.
What?
We're not finding.
I'm on the phone.
We're not identifying that at the end of the day we're all human beings. Once we get back to the human being talk, I think a lot of things will start to change and it'll benefit all of us. So that was my pushback as far as when I said that you're lost in the sauce. And I don't you're not look for truth anyways, right? I said you're not the guy look for truth, is you anyways?
No,
right?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, yeah, that's
no,
why
you're good. I
don't
know what you just got done saying. I totally agree with you, and I guarantee you, a lot of my subscribers in here that just heard what they just heard what you just said. They'll say to you, "Dude, Ty says that all the time," because a lot of people think that I'm Republican or Democrat. I'm like, y'all, I'm not nothing. I'm just me. So I don't. The reason why, because I don't want nobody to box me into anything. Because when they do that, they think that I'm going to be of a certain mindset. You know what I mean? So I'm like, no, y'all don't box me in anything, because it might be some things on a certain side that I might say, look, I agree with them on these points, and it might be some over here I would agree with them on this point. But what somebody's not going to do, don't box me into any of that stuff like that, because I'm not going to be a part of this certain type of way. Because if they say, oh, you on the right, that means my mindset is like this. I'm like, absolutely not. Oh, you're on the left. So no, absolutely not. And what you just got done saying is so key. And that's the reason why when I go and do a lot of these speaking engagements and things like that, I tell people all the time, the biggest thing they do not want us to do, they don't want us talking about it. All they want us to do is look. The media say, look at these videos. Look at these videos. Be mad. Go respond. Act accordingly to what we're telling y'all to do. But we don't want y'all discussing it, because y'all might actually have an intelligent conversation where y'all compromise and y'all come to an agreement on something. They don't want that at all. That's why I love people that might have a difference of opinion to come up here, and I freely let them speak, because I always say there's no way that we'll be able to get up here and just go back and forth, especially when we're presenting things that are factual. When it's facts, it's just facts. But if somebody gets on there and they just want to push something just for the sake of arguing, I'm like, okay, I'm not about to do this. So no, but I'm with you, bro.
I don't like to waste time either, brother. I mean, I feel you on that one. Like I said, that was my only thing. And as far as what you just said, I agree with wholeheartedly, man. That's what their biggest fear. Their biggest fear is us actually talking again. Because if you realize, even before the pandemic stuff started to happen, like with all the rise in social media, what happened? We all started talking. And that's when the censorship and all the other stuff started to happen, because they realized that a lot of us started to, in big numbers, started to agree and point out their injustices, their things that they're doing that's incredibly wrong, and the policies that they're offering that really does nothing for any of us. You know what I'm saying? It only benefits them. And then I remember watching what's that show was? House of Cards, I think it was, with
Kevin
the guy
Spacey.
named Kevin. Yeah, man. If anybody want to know anything about politics, bro, I advise you to go and please watch that entire show every season, because it gives you, an inside look of how they really work. Because when they come outside, they can say anything. They can say, "Oh, I'm on your side," or "I'm on your side," or "We're against him," or "We against her," and all of that stuff. But on the inside of that building, it's a whole different story, and that's what we don't ever get. Do we ever get anything, or any? And we get inside scoops on everything else, on celebrities and all of that stuff, but we never get nothing on the inside of those buildings, do we? And it's a reason for that, because they're playing a big game on us, and we're kind of the butt of the joke, as long as we don't talk. What'd you say?
Yeah, no, I'm saying I agree. It's like that thing with the, if is the glass half empty or is it half full? And it's like, no, who poured it? That's what I'm saying. That's the question. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we arguing over whether the glass is half empty or half full. No, I want to know who was the one to put the water in there. Then we can talk whether it's half empty or half full. And that's what they don't
Yes.
want. They want no. Y'all stay focused on who. Y'all stay focused on whether it's half empty or if it's half full. Don't ask questions like who poured. Don't do that. And that's what I'm saying. It's the biggest. It is y'all. I'm telling y'all. Those that are listening, even in the chat, it is the biggest nightmare. I'm growing up in the hood. I'm telling y'all right now. It used to be this thing where people would say, "Hey, dude said something about your mama." Who? Him. Hey, then they go tell that dude, hey, that dude right there, he said this about your mama. Next thing you know, these two dudes getting ready to fight because the person that instigated it made the whole thing up. But now here they are fighting. It's like, wait a minute, nobody, they didn't even get to talking like, hey, you said something about my mom. They didn't even get there. All they know, what you say something about my mama, nigga, you said something about my mama. No, and then here they are, they're scrapping. When nobody said, hey, and then what y'all end up happening, if the parents got involved, why y'all fighting? Because he said something about my mama. He said something about mama. Jerry told me, oh, so Jerry, you instigating. Jerry ended up getting in trouble. What we're not doing, we're not going after the one that's actually instigating this whole thing. And that's where I get the kicker in saying, y'all, this is where the danger comes in that, because the thing is, they feel that a lot of us are so stupid that they can just make up anything and we just gonna go and do it and be mad and burn stuff down and tear stuff up when we're not asking, wait, who said it? Who? Where they at? Let's go ask them why they said it. Where's their proof? Nope, it's too late. We already tore stuff up.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest answers. Not how, but why. Why
Hey,
we don't ask? We always ask how, but we never ask why. That's the dangerous part. Like you said, who poured the glass? Why did they leave it half empty or half full? For us to argue over in the first place, because they could have easily poured a full glass.
Yeah,
but they didn't.
Nope, they just did enough just to get us to argue over it.
Exactly.
Hey, Ty?
Uh-huh.
This gentleman is talking. I want to let him know that I totally agree with you. And if you got a live stream or something, I would love to come watch you.
I haven't started one yet, brother. I'm actually I'll probably work on something like that towards like the end of the year, beginning of the year.
You're what I love about you, from what I've heard, is you're logical.
Dangerous.
No,
I'm saying that in a good way. I'm saying it in a good way. Like they don't expect us. They don't expect us to be like that.
I know exactly what you mean, brother.
We're all dangerous if we tell the truth. So, but sir, I don't know you.
I appreciate it.
But I really appreciate what you just said, because it makes a lot of sense. I mean, and
that's what we get away from.
Yeah, I mean, why can't we just accept each other and just get on with our life like it used to be?
Easy.
If you hadn't noticed, the elite, those are the people who control the world, basically. They're the ones doing all this. They're behind it all. They're trying to, like a new world order. They want all of us to, if they don't have the middle class, which holds America together, they can control America. Just like China controls their country. They want to control us. We'll get rid of the middle class. That's how you do it.
You know what, hon? This is what I believe. I only answer to one person, and that's to my God. While I'm limited time on this earth, it's my responsibility to respect people and to do what God would want me to do with people here. But if you cross that damn line, I'm going to bust a cap in your ass.
But what I'm saying is that's why they want us arguing. They want to destroy what makes America America, the family, the patriarch,
community, family, friendships. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to somebody calling you up in the middle of the night and say, hey, listen, I run off in the ditch. Can you come pull me out?
Well, if you
I mean,
notice, a long time ago when the media, they weren't, I mean, they were still a little biased, but now they don't even hide it anymore. You know right away whether they're conservative or liberal. They don't hide it. None of them.
no.
And they come right. Why wouldn't they let us decide for ourselves? Let us, tell us what happened and let us decide. But they don't want us to decide. They want to put in the narrative that they want put forward to brainwash people. And when you listen to one side all the time, because I lean more Republican than Democrat because the Democrats have turned completely evil. I mean, anytime you want to change a child's sex, something's wrong with you. You've got issues. I'm done.
Well, yeah, and then even on top of that, though, Mama Don, is that whenever you see that and you find out that there are certain Republicans that voted in agreement with that, that's where it's like, what? I mean, I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's America's biggest problem right now. It's politics, not politics. It's politics. Because, like you said, ma'am, the first thing you just said, ma'am, they didn't say what was, they said, oh, they was a Democrat or they was a liberal. Why is that the first thing I need to know? Besides, the first thing I need to know is, what's your name? How are you doing? I don't need to know that what politics that should not be the first thing that I find out about you. And that's where they got us hooked right now in the politics.
If you watch the media, that's all you get. That's all you get. You get either, they tell you over and over and over, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Until you are, like, I have a lot of family up north, and they're very into, what is it? Unions. And Union has basically bankrupted Michigan. And that's where they live. And they worked for Chrysler and made good money. But once they retired, they still were making all this money. And I'm like, what in the world? You don't work for them no more. Why are they still paying you so much money? And then that state's basically bankrupt. The water's bad in Flint where they live. And I'm like, you keep voting the same way and it's not doing you any good. Until we get rid of the swamp, which is Republicans and Democrats, until we get rid of the ones who've been there so long, have made millions and millions of dollars, and they don't make enough money a year to say, hey, this is my net worth. How? You make $250,000 a year. Your net worth shouldn't be $79 billion or $78 million. I mean, Nancy Pelosi's husband sells and buys stocks. Well, that's not right. She works for the company that knows when the stocks are going to go up and when they're going to go up. So she knows when to buy. They shouldn't even allow that crap. And they won't.
But you know what, too, ma'am? If it wasn't Nancy Pelosi, it would have been someone else. Because we're still looking at when we're speaking like that, we're still looking at the glass half empty, half full. We're not looking at the person who is giving this type of money to Nancy Pelosi or whoever would have been there anyway.
Well, that's easy. Like I said, that's the elites. That's the billionaires.
Well, you know what?
That's why, y'all notice that I think they passed it in Missouri now with the whole censorship thing, but I'm not going to play that game here because the ones that's been following me for a while, y'all know the mention that anytime that I mention certain names among the elites, I say it now. Y'all know his name rhymed with Orge and his last name rhymed with Oros. That person, or his first name rhymes with ill and his last name is Aids, rhymes with that. Whenever I said it, all of a sudden my YouTube stream started circling and all that and buffering and everything like that. When I say, y'all, he buying up all this land and stuff, and all of a sudden I'm up here busting things out about y'all. Y'all notice that how is it strange that all these chicken planes and stuff crash? This is not making the news. 6 different planes in 6 different states crashing to chicken factories. Like, wait, what? And now Mr. Ill Aids, he buying all this farmland and really pushing for us to eat bugs, and he's buying the farmland and ain't doing nothing with it. But yet they
Every-
actually approved. They just approved for him to put out meat that is grown from stem cells. Like, dude, but what ends up happening? What ends up happening? Ty, man, you want some BS, man? Let's talk about why modern women. Oh God, I'm telling y'all. And so that's the
Did you
stuff I'm
see
talking
the,
about right now. Like, it's like, look, they're keeping us so focused on fighting each other that we don't even see what they're doing behind closed doors to slide this little thing in with that
facts? That's
synthetic
Exactly.
meat and
Well,
these
that's
plants being burned down. And
That's who's making the law.
Did you see the thing about Pfizer? About the Pfizer plant?
the tornado.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Here in North Carolina.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And all of a
I
sudden,
didn't-
you know, I didn't know in Canada that you know that the fires that's going on in Canada. I did not know. They showing satellites of it all in different spots across Canada. All of it caught on fire at the same time. Like, it's just weird. And here we are, one of our spots in Illinois. We still getting the haze and the smoke from that all the way in Illinois.
We are
Like,
down here in Western North
Central
Carolina.
Illinois. So that's what I'm saying. Things like that, I just say all the time, y'all. Look, I get this. I'm going to speak my mind on what it is, but at the same time, I'm always like, y'all, it's a reason why somebody is instigating this fight. We need to ask, what is this instigation all about? What are they trying to do? Then we end up finding out, oh, you know, so nothing came of the cocaine found at the White House, and you know, it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
We just gonna pass over that? Like, wait. I went to the White House when I got to sit down and have the conversation with Trump. I'm telling you, man, there is no way they don't know who had. I'm sorry, y'all. They had us. We had to take our phones out. They like took my phone. They like I had to take the case off of the phone. I had to make sure it wasn't like a peel thing. They checked my eyes to make sure I didn't have contacts and everything in. Pulled the pockets out. I mean, I'm thinking like, but yet, you know, that powdery substance was found in there, and it was inconclusive. But that all came out. Other big stuff blew up. Like once the Jason Aldean stuff happened and some other stuff happened, all of a sudden, oh yeah, by the way, Secret Service, they found out what the cocaine is. Moving on. It's like, wait, time out now, go back to that. But they don't do that. That's how they get us every single time.
There's two laws. There's one for the normal everyday people, and then there's ones for those elite who worship at the feet of ill apes and Oros.
Oros. Oros.
Yeah. I mean, they get paid. They're paid in bulk. That's all I can say. I mean, we will never, ever have power until those people are going dead.
And that's why I say I hate to say it this way. I said I hate to say it this way, but that's why I said it may not make sense, and people may not agree with it. But that's why a lot of times I'm like, y'all, I'm glad it's happening because look what it's forcing us to do. Because I think that we lie dormant and we became so comfortable, we just let them do. And I'm not trying to go biblical or nothing like that, but it is a place in the Bible. It says, "Give no place to the devil," and that's why I said it didn't say, you know. And I know they wrote songs like "Take back what the devil stole from you." It's like, no, he didn't steal nothing because it says, "Give no place to him." We allowed this to happen. If we so-called really abide by our Constitution, the Bill of Rights and everything like that, and I've told you I'm studying upon this stuff. And Mama Don, y'all been with me for years. You know, I recently just got into this political the political realm like 2 years ago, learning about it. But what I'm saying that for is that whenever you get into it, I'm thinking to myself, if this is what we go by, and look, even like what we was talking about earlier with the Republicans and the Democrats, I'm thinking like, if these people are really doing this stuff, how is nothing happening? That's what I'm saying. John Kerry in the airplane. It's like, how is nothing happening? Is this even real? Is this all make believe? Or we've been conditioned to believe this stuff as if it is real. But when you see it play out in the real world, nobody's being arrested, nobody's going to jail, and so I feel like it's like, is this for real?
Well, if you think that,
we're being conditioned not to talk to each other. That's the problem. We're being conditioned. Like I said, we're being conditioned not to speak with each other. We're being conditioned to let our differences, our colors, our hairstyles, our weight, they're using every detail they can to create a difference, and that one difference can create a group. Like we're allowing every difference to not allow us to speak to each other, and that's how snakes creep in. Snakes creep in and through cracks. So whenever they find a chink in our armor, they're going to use that to their advantage.
My big deal is that we're all responsible for what the track this country is on. Okay? We're all responsible in one way, form, or fashion, voting for or whatever. But I'm a firm believer we got to have damn term limits. We got to get fresh blood in there. We got to put these people on notice that you're not going to stay there for 50 freaking years if you ain't doing your damn job. You put them in there, you promised your constituent, what you're going to damn do. If you don't go and produce, get your ass out. I mean, you got damn people up there in the damn Capitol that waits for somebody to put Fruit Loops in their damn milk. I mean, it's ridiculous.
You got people, there's people in there that's been there as long as I am old.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit because you need some fresh thinking in there. You need some younger people in there and they know that, okay, I got elected. I got so many damn years to do this and back up what I damn said or my ass is out. Yeah. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired of damn politicians sitting up there on their damn ass and they're not doing what they said they was going to damn do. And they do this. And you know what? I'm going to have this inscribed on my damn tombstone. I can't answer that. It's under investigation.
Well, when the Constitution was first written, when they first started having congressmen, they didn't get paid. They had other jobs. Basically, they would come, pass bills or laws, and then they would go back home to their farms or whatever else they were doing. This wasn't their life. They go up there, they live up there and do nothing but make money. But
I mean, that's true in every state. If you're, in your state legislator or your state representatives and whatever, yeah, they get elected and they get a salary and they get, travel expenses and all that right there. But it's not a full-time damn job. They got to go and work their own darn job.
I think the problem is lobbying. The problem is lobbying because I believe, to me, lobbying is legal bribery.
Yeah,
I can buy you off if I'm a power plant. I can buy you off if I'm freaking Pfizer. I can buy you off if I'm this or that. And
exactly,
that's
a very
the thing.
Short movie everybody see is Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. It's talking exactly about the kind of corruption that goes on with, when new guys come up there, the other guys bully them. The ones that's lived there and been there for years, like Biden's been there 40 some years. He was in Congress. What did he do? What did he do? I can't tell you anything. He signed the crime bill, 3 strikes and you're out. Well, that didn't make any sense. What if
he figured
a marijuana, a joint? Oh, well, too bad. You're going in for life.
I'll tell you exactly what Joe Biden did. I'll tell you exactly what Joe Biden did over all them damn years. All them damn years Joe Biden was a damn senator and all that right there. He helped Prell come out with a shampoo that he likes to smell. Damn pedophile son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's the thing. Did you see those pictures
I'm just going to say that whole damn family should be locked the hell up.
I don't understand that. They showed pictures of Hunter with little kids in his videos, and it looked like he was naked. I don't.
You talking about what Marjorie Taylor showed?
Yeah.
So this what you guys all know about me in that school board meeting. And I told y'all there's video. Everybody was focused on what I said about CRT, but nobody was talking about
I watched it, Ty. I watched your damn school board deal Yeah, you laid the law down. You laid
Yeah,
it
and I
down.
started talking about the hypersexualization of children and all that. And what's funny is that these books that they're allowed to be put into the schools, it showed like they were worse than what the pictures that she was showing there, Marjorie Green was showing. It was worse than what she was showing, and they were all in there.
Yeah.
Oh no! How put that down? How dare you don't put that? How dare you do it as such a proceeding such as this? And y'all doing these books are going to schools, and we showing them in the school board meetings. Like y'all do know the kids are getting ready to see these two dudes sucking each other off. And y'all want this in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade?
Wow.
And this is what they're fighting to approve, but yet they didn't want Hunter Biden stuff being shown. And she actually had she had to censor it all, but they didn't want that being shown amongst those. We're the pearl of pearl. Don't show that stuff to us. But then yet they want to push it to the kids.
Oh, that's
Well,
okay.
you know, Ty, I didn't go to a school board meeting. I went straight to the school board here in my damn county. I talked to the superintendent, and I said, "Can I have permission to go to every school and look at the library and ask the library if they have these certain books?" He said, "Yes, you can. You're a taxpayer. You can do that." I went to every school in my damn county and I looked, and I didn't find any of them damn books. But when I left his office, I told him, I said, if I ever find out that one of them damn books are in the damn school system here, I'm not going to come to a school board meeting. I'm not going to sue you. I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to whip your ass. Don't know if I could whip his ass, but by God, he didn't know I'd been there. I mean,
right. And see, and that's my thing is that, what we're talking about right now, this is the thing that I say that disappoints a lot of people, because it ticks me off that anybody would want to try to box me. First of all, anyway, don't try to put me in no box and put me in no certain side. So like a lot of events that I've gone to, I would say 80% have been red that want me to come there speak. 20% have been blue that want me to come there speak. But when I call out things that both sides are doing, all of a sudden people get upset. So for example, the other day I said, I said on a hypothetical level, let's say if Trump did all the things that they're claiming that he did, hypothetically, let's just say if he really did do it. I said the prosecution that he's facing right now, let's just say if all the things they're accusing that Biden did, hypothetically, let's just say if he really did do it. All I'm saying is which side seem to be getting more hell and really being prosecuted. All I'm asking people just to do is look at it. That's all. Oh, here you go. No, I'm just saying, as Americans, we should all be looking at it and saying, if we are saying that both sides did this, they both should be getting hell from the Department of Justice, period. If they really both did it.
And you know what, too, brother? I think that's a great I think that's a great way to for us to look at it, or us to attack. That's a great strategy, I would say, for us as Americans and us as human beings. I think that's a great strategy, and I think that's what we need. That's what we need more of. We need to be going in there talking shit to Republicans, talking shit to Democrats, talking shit to liberals, talking shit to all of them. You know, we need to go, and that's a great strategy. I think it's a great start. You know, if more of us mobilize like that, I think there'll be more on their heels to do what's right for us.
Right. And I mean, did y'all see how you see how Kamala Harris responded? You see how Kamala Harris responded when Charlamagne the God questioned her? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if y'all saw that. She I want to tell you, it's almost like, how dare you ask me that? And then did you see how Obama ducked around the question when Charlamagne said, hey, what actually did you really do for black people?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying. Exactly. But everybody was getting pissed off at him for like, how dare he ask Obama that question? No.
That's
He's
the problem. Yeah.
No, exactly.
That's the celebrity worship stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the what it's called idolizing. We're not supposed to idolize. You see, Christian, you're not supposed to put any idol before God now. Come on.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know,
we can't be scared of them.
You know, my last dream that I want before I leave this earth. I don't give a shit if you're a Democrat, if you're a Republican. I don't give a damn. We're supposed to be Americans. We're supposed to look out for each other. We're supposed to care about each other. I would love for just no damn party affiliated, just Americans stand up and stand up for what's damn right. That would
That's
be
what
my
it's gonna
damn
take.
dream.
That's a great dream.
I mean,
Problem
that's
is,
the
one
only
side
thing I want.
think it's okay to mutilate children. And you're right, some of them on both sides, but mostly it's one side pushing it the most. But
Well,
until we take control of our own kids and stop letting the government have any say so in it, we're all doomed.
That's where it becomes bad. And I mean, I think honestly, when you get to, I mean, this is where I tell how I would want you. My sons are 21 and 19 now, but I, as a parent, if my kids were younger, I would want you to even act like you want to come and take my kids. If you're going to take my kids from me because you're going to consider me to be a unfit parent, you're going to try to take them in the system, somebody's going to be severely and seriously. I'm going to earn going to jail. I'm going to earn it. You're not just going to, you're going to come and just take my kids? Come, dude, that's what I'm saying. And some people will, no, Ty, I'm scared to because I can't. Who are you? They have scared y'all into actually disciplining your kids. They scared y'all into telling you can't tell your kid, boy, you a boy, you a girl. Well, dude, I'm telling y'all, I'm different. I'm sorry.
Have you watched that movie on Epic about? It's a true story. It also shows different people talking about the school systems, how they have these, I guess, therapists there to try to convince kids that they are trans and all this. And I'm like,
God.
How do you convince a child? I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was a teenager,
it's easy to convince a child. Like, we should know this stuff. You can convince a child to jump off a bridge. They're going to believe they can fly.
Yes,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I literally did that with my sons. I would they would jump, and it was a lesson for them. They would say, "Dad, I'm Superman and I can fly." I'm like, "No, you can't fly, but you can wear the cape. I can fly. Okay, well, here, stand up there and jump." I let them test it out. And they jumped, and I caught them. They realized they couldn't fly, but at least by them testing it out, they knew the truth. But in today's world, bro, they are like, "Yeah, little Johnny, you are a little girl."
So I said we can't, but we like I was telling, we can't put it on the children. We can't say, oh, why they children? They're children, bro. Like you can convince them anything. You could definitely convince a boy that he's a girl because he's a child. He doesn't have and they keep pushing the goalposts on our maturity level. Remember, first they were saying a brain don't develop until this age, and now they're saying it's another age. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we just gotta be.
How many people have kids, and if we give in to everything our kids want, here's what when my kids would have turned out to be. They would have been hugely fat because they wouldn't have ate anything but cake and cookies and ice cream. They'd had no teeth because they wouldn't have brushed them, and they'd be the smelly person that don't take baths because they wouldn't take baths when they were young. We can't give in to everything. And then they would probably dress like the weirdest. My kids, I remember he put on rain boots with his shorts and a sweater. And he wanted to go to school. I said, you can't wear that to school.
Well, you know what?
I'm sorry.
You can't let him tell us what they want.
Yeah, you know what? My son is 30 years old. And I still have to put a boot in his damn ass to wake him up some damn times. What in the hell are you thinking? My daughter, she just graduated from college 2 years ago, and she's a school teacher. And she comes over here with all this damn liberal bullshit. And I'm saying, I paid for your damn college, and that's what the fuck you learned? What the hell? Do I have to deprogram your ass?
Yeah, if you go on Epic, they say that they were arresting parents and taking their kids. They said they were trying to deprogram them or something like that. You got to watch it. It's really good.
I told my daughter yesterday, and she was coming up with all kinds of damn, oh my God. I mean, shit, it was kind of like damn, spaghetti that hadn't been cooked all the way through. Bullshit. And I just told her, I said, just get in your car and leave. Just get in your damn car and leave. Because this is not going to end good. This is just fucking go. Just damn go. And my son lives beside me, and every day I have to put up with his dumb 30 damn years old. And I feel like a damn failure because I'm thinking, what the did I raise him wrong? What the hell is going on?
Well, I remember my
That's the thing again too. Like Ty was saying, some of the things that we're talking about, it should go straight across any party line because Democrats are voting for it and Republicans are voting for this stuff. And the reason why they're able to get away with it is because again, we're not talking. Like imagine if this conversation was on a massive level. That's what they'd be afraid of. See, they thought me and Ty, they thought I was finna come in here and argue with Ty. They didn't even know.
Well,
but that's the programming part of it. We automatically think we're supposed to fight each other if we're this or we're that and we're this and that. But as soon as we find that commonality, it's a wrap. It's over with.
Well, as a parent, I feel like if anybody's going to brainwash their kid, I'm going to do it to my kid. I'm not going to let you do it. So when they were little and young, I started real young telling them exactly how to think. They thought the way I thought. They listened to the same music I listened to. So when my son went to UNC and my sister's son went to UNC, my sister's son came out of UNC and he's so liberal. He come up to me and he said something. I said, well, why do you hate Trump so much? And he said, well, he put all them kids in cages. I said, you mean the cages that Obama built? And he said, oh, that's not true. And his mama said, yes, it is. And he's like, really? I mean, he didn't even know. And I looked at Karen, my sister, and I said, what did you teach him? She said, I didn't really talk about politics. I said, I started talking to mine about politics when they were about 6 and 7 years old. I mean,
you know what? You know what, ma'am? Back in the damn day, they taught that shit in damn school. It was called history. It was called civics.
Well, in my house, it's called common sense. And nobody has them anymore.
I mean, you know, back in my damn day, you had 3 channels on the damn TV.
Me too.
And they watched the damn news every damn night. And at midnight, the Pledge of Allegiance or the American flag would come on and the damn TV went off.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
On Saturdays, you had damn cartoons. On Sundays, you had Disney World and Lawrence fucking Welk. Okay? And now
you also have the gospel TV.
Now you got 380 goddamn channels of bullshit. And
that many pronouns and genders too.
And they're all paid
for
by the same.
I mean, you got cartoons out there with, little damn fuzzy goddamn dick wearing damn little bunnies or whatever. I mean, it's just, God almighty darn.
The thing is that I always say, there's nothing wrong. And I'm not gonna stop doing no matter what. There's nothing wrong with telling and showing somebody the truth. So the example that we were all talking about with the kids believing they could fly, y'all remember like growing up, you had to teach your child what was hot. You didn't let them burn themselves, but you would let them, when they got near the oven, you would say no, and they still want to go there. But then sometimes you would just let the oven down and you let them feel that heat. They're like, oh shoot. Now they learn, okay, this is why I'm not supposed to go near that, because they learned that heat was hot and they don't want to do it. So in today's world, they're trying to get them to actually get into stuff before they can even come into any type of conscious that what they have done is completely wrong. And so that's why, like I said, I spoke at an event that was some of the people on the right side who agreed with this whole crazy rhetoric that's going on. I said, my son once believed that he was Simba from Lion King. Would it have been okay if I took him to the safari and left him with the lions? Because the lions would have saw otherwise. They would have saw a snack. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying is that show them the truth and let them become of a conscious age so they can make their decision by themselves, because you would let them try to let them make these decisions as a child. You say, well, some children are conscious enough, then why aren't you letting them drive until they're 16? Why are you saying they can't drink until they're 21? You know what I'm saying? Why are you putting those limitations on them like that? But then they're okay to go and make legitimate life altering and it cannot be changed back decisions. On top of that, me being in medicine, on top of that, increasing their self-deletion rate by 70%. You see what I'm saying? So, and then here, I get, remember, Mama Don, y'all, I raised y'all another one. Guess what? At one of our after school programs, guess what I did? I went in and I asked the kids, and I wasn't judging none of them. When I say kids, I'm talking about these are teenagers between the ages of 12 and all the way up to like 23ish, right? And a lot of them come from single parent homes from the hood, blah blah blah. Some of them, I asked them who believe that it's okay, and I can tell who got indoctrinated by abortion, right? And they raised their hands, and there was some that didn't. So guess what I did? I said, well, since they like to show y'all all the stuff in sex education, let me show y'all the video of what an abortion looked like. After I did that video, guess how many was like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. None. I also went and I showed them a video of a medical procedure, how they turned the man's penis into a vajayjay. So if they want to sit there and do all this gender affirming and all this stuff like that, if they want to push these certain types of videos and stuff in these books with calling it sex education, why don't you show them exactly what happens when they do these things that they have them go in there and do? Show them that. Because again, all I'm doing is exactly the same scenario I did with my son. I'm showing you that when you jump, you can't fly. I'm showing you that when you go near and I let you feel the heat from that stove, it is hot. So now I'm showing you what you're getting ready to do to your penis when you go in there and have that done, and it cannot be reversed. And on top of that, it's a good chance that you're going to self-delete yourself by the time you're 30.
Well, I mean,
that's a great way to put it, brother.
That's
when
just
you're
that's just like my grandson. That's
yeah.
like my grandson wanting to help me grill. Okay, and I tell him that grill's hot, don't touch it. Okay, and I told him, don't touch it. He goes over there and he touches it. And instead of me slapping his arm away, I just stand there and I watch him. And I say, you dumb shit. Well, guess what? He don't touch that damn grill any damn more. I mean, there's consequences for your damn actions.
Yeah. I think that's a great way to that you put it, bro. We need to raise the word that stuck out to me about what you just said is consciousness. And that's what we have to get back to. We have to raise the consciousness of these kids, because they're getting hit from every side. Like a lot of us, and even the trans kids, bro, like a lot of us putting pressure, talking shit about, they're getting hit from every side. You know what I'm saying? They're getting hit from and some of them don't, like you said, in 10 years, they're going to regret their decisions. In 10 years, they're going to be mad at their parents for they letting them do this shit, because it's not trendy no more. It's not cool anymore, because kids are going to follow trends regardless of what parents say. We've all did it. We've all followed trends, that our parents was like, don't do that and don't do that. And then when we came back, like 5 years later, it was like, you was right. You was right, Mom. You was right, Dad.
Yeah, see, and the cool thing about it, though, is that you see, you got a chance to, your parents told you, and again, I know I'm repeating myself, y'all, but your parents told you, but yet they let you go and check it out a little bit before you made any rash decisions. Then you was able to come to your own conscience and say, this was crazy. I know people hate it again, but there's a great book, y'all. Look, I'm only referencing the book because it's a book. People, anytime you bring up Bible, folks just get uncomfortable. I'm not trying to preach at nobody. I'm just telling you a story out of the Bible. Everybody knows that story about the prodigal son. Now, his father didn't sit there and say, hey, his father was like, okay, well, if you think you got it, okay. The prodigal son went out and did it. And then guess what it said? It said when he came to himself, then he went back to his dad. And his dad was like, okay, look, I'm gonna invite you back in. I'm not gonna say, look, I told you, see how stupid you was. No, his father just simply said, hey, all right, go clean yourself up. Welcome back, son. We're gonna throw a party. I'm glad you learned something. Now, the issue that we see now is that they what they're doing, nobody's gonna be able to learn from that and turn back from it. That's the danger. They won't be able to. I want to be look, I was only 10 years old when I had this done, and my parents didn't encourage me to do it and push me to do it. And y'all, this is what they're not showing, telling y'all either. I'm not going to say where because it's freshly new. I got 10 different cases where I'm talking to 5 different people who are currently serving time in jail / in a mental asylum because they had this done to them and they deleted their parents and almost deleted one of the other parents, all of them, because they said that what their parents did to them between the ages of 13 and 15 and had this done. And because it messed them up so bad, they actually went back and turned on their parents. And this is the stuff I'm saying. YouTube suppressed. I posted that video like 7 times of this interview I had with this person. The minute I put the video up there, YouTube takes it down. They take it down. They won't even let me post it. And it's how we're talking right now. It's just me and this dude talking. And he served time. He's in a mental asylum right now, and he got like 4 more years. And he deleted his mom, and he almost got his dad. But they don't want us to show that. They don't want this conversation to be had. Nobody want to talk about
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too. Like, as far as like, if people are going to really call themselves Christians, they're going to have to be ready for that. They're going to have to be ready for thousands of trans kids that done lost their, excuse my language, lost their penis, lost their vajayjay, had it turned in, lost their breast. All the devil's rejects looking people to come to Christ. Like that's why I look at some of these pastors, and I understand that you're talking shit about them, and I know they did this, but they're fucking kids still, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're still children, and like you said, their family pushed them to do this shit, and they're gonna come back 10 years, and some of them might want to, come to God. Like Christians gonna have to be ready for these kids to come back looking crazy, but be like, hey, I understand you went through this, but God still has a plan for you, or whatever.
I want to put a shout out. I want to put a shout out for my pastor, and that's Pastor Steve Warren from Baxter, Tennessee, Faith Ministries. Everybody calls him the patriotic pastor. And if y'all get a chance, go to his site at Faith Christian Ministries. He don't hold nothing back. And he's awesome on what he does. He goes out and he talks to kids. If anybody's got the word of God in them, it's him. I mean, that's just my opinion. But I'm going to jump off here. But it has been a pleasure and an honor to talk to all y'all. And if y'all ever need anything, just look me up, David Jones, on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to connect with you or help you any way I can.
Sounds good, sir. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Y'all be good. Y'all be good. God bless. And you know what? Hope y'all got a roof over your head and you got food.
That's right.
And clothing on your back.
All right. Be blessed, sir.
All right. Thank you.
What I was saying though is, if you go on Epic, it's you download it. It's a TV channel and they have this entire show or movie about these people. Yeah, they celebrate these kids transitioning. They kids who are going through depression, and all of a sudden, all these people are just praising them and giving them all this good feedback and making them feel good. I mean, but then when they decide they don't want to do it and they want to change back, then they're just hated by these same people. And I'm like, what is your purpose in hurting these kids? Either by saying, yeah, you need to have these surgeries, or by when they decide they don't want to do it, to sit there and put them down and talk about them and make them feel even worse, and then they wind up killing themselves. There's so many kids who've killed themselves. There was a woman on there. She was telling her daughter's story who killed herself. And these people said, cry some more. We don't care. Cry some more. And I'm like, oh my God, this was
I saw that.
Yeah, her story. That's her story on Epic. It's her
the girl that stood in front of the train tracks or something.
Yep, it was her story, and it was so sad. I mean, and these people just hateful and evil. I mean, the Bible says that God's going to turn people's minds away from the truth and from what is right and what is good, and you can see it because they have no common sense at all. You can't talk to them. They know everything, and they're always wrong.
Well, God is eventually going to take this social media platform and turn it to his benefit. It won't go all unchecked forever.
That's why I said these kids are going to come back. Like, it's a trend now. All trends go away. This is a trend that's going to eventually, but this is just a very extreme, disgusting type of trend that still, and it still got a lot of these companies making money too. You know, the doctors are making money, the companies that's making money, all of the organs and different everything that they need to make this stuff happen. That's money. Like, it's a lot of money behind it too. You know, you got to look at that part too, because you got to think something as big as of a push as this is going to have millions of dollars behind it. You know, so it was great speaking with you guys. I know they, like I said, I know they were talking. I was finna come up here and argue with you, Ty, man, but it was great talking with you, brother. And I appreciate different perspectives. Like I said, as soon as we all find a commonality and find the common ground of being human beings, being Christians, and all of that stuff, like they're gonna start shaking in their boots. So it was great talking to you guys. I appreciate it, and I'll do this again, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. And I would encourage you to check out some other platforms there, because I mean, I like the way you bring it too. Some of them get a little hot. I don't know if you got something near you, but there's a matter of fact, before you go, I want to just share this, because I just recommend people look these particular type of channels and things like that. They can get rough in speech and everything like that, but I'm getting ready to show y'all some of them right now. So let me share this screen before you take off, because I really I don't want people just to check out what I do. I want them to check out other things as well, because I people like you guys, I think that y'all can get on some of these other panels that they do, and you definitely can add some input to it. Can y'all see this screen right now? Let me see something here. Well, let me see what's showing on. Okay, y'all can see this, right? Y'all can see these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Mama Carol, I know you probably know about some of these already, because I be seeing you in the YouTube streets. But right here, Cheeky Banner. This is one of the good ones that you can go on there, because they have, as you can see, you're going to probably see there's going to be some panels on here, but they're always having these good conversations right here.
Quiet, there's a mouse that says a lot about you lying about this shit. He's a lie.
They have real good conversations. They can get crazy. There's Black Man Unfiltered. Here's another one right here. They go live and they do panels about different topics on here. I'm just encouraging y'all to go on there and check them out. And then let me see if I talked about Raw B earlier. She got good content on there. Y'all can see that right there. But some of the biggest ones, like Team Fatty, I'm telling y'all, some good conversations happen on there, as y'all can see. See, it says believe all women. These conversations are things that need to be had, that I just feel that anybody that this right here is a really great one right here, the Aaron O Show. Aaron always brings things from he just goes live a lot. He brings things from an intellectual perspective. He's completely neutral on some things, really, really good conversations. And then, of course, Anton Daniels has This Is Fight Club, and Anton is a millionaire, and he brings content, as you can see right here. He's talking about different subjects when it comes to things in the community and along those lines as well. So I just encourage a lot of y'all to go there, check them out, because they do panels almost every night. They go live almost every night, and I can't go live like I used to because I'm in a different position right now. But I would just encourage all of y'all to check out those different channels right there, because they do push out good content. So I just wanted to throw that out there before you took off.
Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna check them all out, man. I appreciate the content. You know, like I said, the more we communicate with each other, the better it'll be for us. Because
100.
that's all they don't want us to. They just don't want us to talk to each other. Don't communicate. Look at this. Look at that. Look at him. Look at her. Look how he look. Look how she look. That's all they want us to do. You know, and don't focus on the truth. I remember, I think it was Muhammad Ali said, "Facts are just a shadow of the truth." We all have different facts. It could be the facts are, I have brown eyes, I have brown hair, I have brown skin. Those are facts. But what is the truth about me?
Exactly.
And that's what we have. That's how we have to be with each other. It was great talking to you, brother, man. I appreciate everybody on the panel. Thank you. And we'll definitely do this again.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you coming on.
No problem.
All right. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Brown, who came up here, gave his opinion and all that. And as y'all can see, people can come on here and have civil conversation, even though it can be disagreeing. But you can see that once things got talked out, it was nothing like what a lot of people thought it was going to be. And that's the importance. And that's why a lot of times I literally said, if y'all, when I was saying this in the beginning of my show, I was saying those of you that disagreed, and I'm not talking about Jeremy. I'm not talking about him at all when what I'm about to say. But for the ones, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all emailed me. Y'all were in the comment section. Y'all were saying a lot of stuff. I say, well, get on here and show and tell me. And I literally said, I'm going to be respectful, as y'all can see. Now, a lot of people can mistake my passion for me being angry. And I'm not angry. I'm just being passionate about what I'm talking about. But if you have opposition to what I'm saying, I'm the type of person where I like to hear other perspectives. So still, the ones y'all know who y'all are that email me. If y'all try to email me and comment, I'm going to ignore y'all this time because I gave y'all the opportunity. What, we've been on here for 2 hours and y'all didn't come up or say anything. Gave y'all the chance to do it. So what we're going to do, though, because I got some stuff I got to get ready to go take care of. Any of you guys got any closing words, closing statements?
I'm good.
I think we spoke at the same time. I just want to say it was nice to meet you folks. I hope to see you again. Ty, you're always fair. You're always balanced. I've been with you a couple of years now. I've not regretted it. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I'll still be with you till the last day you're on air, I guess. We're all humans. We're all multifaceted. We're all put here by the same creator. And we should appreciate that. Good show.
Appreciate you coming in, Mama Carol. Mama Dawn.
Oh, I'm just sitting here listening to everybody.
Oh, you want to be the, you want to be the last one, huh?
You should download that app, though, really.
You got any closing word, Christopher?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for inviting me on and allowing me to speak. And that was a great conversation, as always. I mean, I like listening to what you got to say because you make a whole lot of sense, and it's very rare to see. Well, actually, I can't say that on as far as YouTube because there's a lot of people on YouTube like that. But yeah, I appreciate your content and how you respond to people.
All righty, sir. Well, I appreciate you jumping on. Hopefully, when we have these talks like this again, we'll be able to see more of you.
No problem. I was out in public. That's why I muted. Didn't show my face.
Oh no, you good. You good.
Yeah,
that's fine. So yeah, I guess once it's all said and done, man, we do this again. Hopefully you jump on and then we'll be able to have some more of these conversations, man. So I appreciate you coming through.
Sure enough.
God bless.
Sure enough. Bless you too.
All right, folks. So I done become big. Let me zoom out a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. So shout out to everybody that came on here to this panel tonight. Appreciate you guys that actually took time out of y'all day to jump on here and hear us talk about these conversations. As you can see, based off of what y'all saw here, this was I don't want to call it an experiment, but based off of what you guys all just seen unfold right here, you can see that a lot of us Americans, we can come and have a conversation, be civil. We wasn't talking about each other. We didn't dog each other. We didn't call each other names. We didn't call each other stupid, although all of us had differences of opinions, how things started off. The importance of actually us coming and having these conversations is this one of the most important things that y'all don't think about a lot of times. Hearing each other's voices. Y'all, if you can even understand the magnitude of what it does to hear each other's voices, it does so much. I told my sons, I said, did y'all know how exciting it was to get a girl's phone number? My sons them are like, oh, Dad, what do you mean? I said, see, like y'all do this texting stuff. I said, no, man. Of course, they didn't understand it because they grew up in this generation of, all this technology. But my sons kind of grew up like I did. Like my sons didn't have cell phones until they had jobs to buy their own cell phones. Yeah, I know I'm in medicine, but I'm that type of dad. I'm not buying my sons everything they want. No, absolutely not. They didn't need a cell phone. They got a cell phone when they were able to pay for one. So let me digress from that. My point is, whenever they would talk to a girl, they would text them. And I said, y'all, I get that y'all texting each other. I said, but no, y'all don't know what it's like to get the phone number, man. It's like, Dad, I got her number. I'm like, no, talk to her I said, do you know what it's like to actually hear that girl's voice in the phone? What do you mean? You get to hear her giggle. You don't get, I don't want to read LOL. I don't want to see a smiley emoji. I want to literally hear this chick laugh. It does something to your brain. It does something to the insides of you. If there is somebody that you might be interested in, you get to see how real they are. I told them texting and seeing the words and all that, you can interpret that how you want it to be. For example, my guy Jeremy, a lot of people was interpreting what he was saying. I'm just being real. Some of y'all might have thought he was saying like, you know, you caught up, or y'all read it how you wanted to. And that's why I always encourage, even those that disagree with me, I encourage you to come onto the panel because I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your intent. I want to see your heart. I want to see the intentions. I want to hear your tone so I can understand and get a better perspective on how you're trying to present what you're typing. I told them that. I said, even when we got a letter from if you dated, whatever, you get a letter from a girl, you get a letter from a boy, you're going to read that and take that how you want to. But it's nothing like hearing the person's voice on the phone because it gives you way better interpretation. It gives you a way better perspective. It gives you way better ways of actually not making sure you got caught up in any sort of miscommunications or anything like that by hearing the person's voice and their intent. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's important to do this. But again, like Jeremy kept saying so many times, they don't want us doing this. Even if you type something up and sent the letter, the person that's on the receiving end of that is going to interpret that and take that how they want to. They can't hear your voice. They don't know your intent. They don't know if you're mad. They don't know if you're happy. They don't know if you're melancholy. They don't know if you're joyful. They don't know. And that's why I make it a point to actually let people hear my voice so they can know that there's no ill will or ill content behind it. And that's what we all need to do. So do more talking, ladies and gentlemen. Do more talking. We're going to have more discussions on this, folks. And I appreciate you guys all coming through. Don't forget, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And two, I'm going to give y'all shout out. Buenos noches with the Cash App. Appreciate the Cash App. God bless you for that. Noonie with the Cash App. God bless you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Notions with the Cash App. God bless you. Thank you very much. Red to Cape. Thank you for the Cash App. God bless you for that. Shooters. Thank you for the Cash App. God bless you for that. Riri, God bless you, and I thank you for the super chat. Vincent with the Cash App, God bless you. Thank you so much for doing that. Nachos with the Cash App, God bless you, and thank you for doing that. Everybody else, even the ones that sent in the cash, not the Cash App, the ones that sent in super chats, really appreciate your support. Really appreciate you guys all tuning in and hearing this talk and all that good stuff like that. Y'all know how I end all my things, and I really mean it when I say it, no matter if you agree or disagree. I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.